Yo, what is up everybody? Jumpin here, and today I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play, the Mass Effect Trilogy. In the last episode we did Morden's loyalty mission. Prior to that we did Grunt's loyalty mission, so now we can talk to them and get some more dialogue from them. And today I will definitely be doing Jacob's loyalty mission, so let's go and talk to Grunt real quick.
Erd not Grunt. I like it. I have a clan. That makes me... It makes me want to fight, not just able to. And Uvink, I wanted to disembowel him, to tear out his spine like a trophy.
We started this because you were losing control. Now you sound more violent than ever.
Rex said I was normal. Just had this built-up stuff because of being grown in the tank. Now that I know it's not an outside thing, and I have a place as a Krogan, I like it. Our enemies are in trouble, Shepard. And we better not run out of targets.
I'm not planning on living like this forever, Grunt.
Talk like that, and it won't be your choice. I'm sure as hell not quitting with a whimper. Just so you're clear where we stand.
Fuck you, Grunt! Don't call me a whiner. Alright, so now let's go, and I got some new research too I need to do. Besides that, I need to talk to Morden. And, yeah, I'm actually kind of close to being finished. Only have 2 loyalty missions left, which is Jacob's and Legion's, which I don't even have Legion yet, so he's going to be probably the last loyalty mission for sure. And I got to do like the Reaper IFF and the final mission maybe. So let's talk to Morden real quick.
Still hard to believe Malin betrayed me, betrayed my work, disgusted by his actions. Proud of his nerve, though. Almost thought he lacked backbone. Hope he finds something new. Better goal, better purpose. Fewer torture tests.
What about Malin's data on the genophage? His attempts at a cure?
What about it? Have it over there somewhere. Not dealing with it now. Need to focus on collectors. Not important now, regardless. Appreciate you helping me back on Tuchanka. Should get back to work. Wasted enough time already. Lots to do.
What's this area
All
of
right.
the ship?
My bad on that. Alright, so let's get this heavy pistol damage. Let's get this shotgun damage for sure. Shotgun, extra bullets, hell yeah. Sniper rifle damage. Don't really care about any of these because I don't really use those weapons much. Definitely want the heavy weapon ammo, and I can actually make the avalanche, and I can make the cane, which is the nuke. So that's fantastic.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright, so now let's go and do this mission already. So let's take a look too real quick. Oh shit, you know what I forgot about? And I should actually bring I have to do Project Overload. I almost said Overload. I mean Overlord. I gotta do that still. And I also have to do this one, which is the Arrival DLC. Now I actually did want to ask you guys this, so please comment. I would definitely appreciate this because I really need to, I kind of need to know this soon. Which is, should I wait until after the final mission to do this, or should I do it before the final mission? In the scheme of things, I think that doing it prior to the final mission is better because the final mission is meant to be the final mission, which should probably be the final episode of Mass Effect 2. But you know, I think that it makes more sense. Like, the Arrival DLC definitely makes a lot more sense if you do it after the collector base mission. So I just don't know. It's up to you guys. So, you know, comment, and I'll look over the comments and I'll see which one, you know, what do you guys want to see, and whatever I see through the comments, I'll probably go ahead and do it like that. But that kind of sucks because Project Overlord... Should I even do Project Overlord? Because, I mean, I don't know. I personally, out of all the DLCs in this game, besides, like, that one, the Firewalker, which I am not doing, because the Firewalker tank missions are boring as hell. They're really bad. It was like a free DLC that came out, and I mean, maybe some of you guys might like it, but I freaking hate that mission. And it's a bunch of these really whack, short, dumb missions, so I'm not going to be doing that. But besides that, I think Project Overlord is probably the other one that's just not that fun. It's a little interesting, I guess, but besides just it being a little interesting, it's kind of boring. So, I don't know. Let's take a look here. I'm definitely going to need to level up Jacob. You know, a lot of people don't like Jacob. I don't really know why. I think Jacob's, like, decent. He's not fantastic, don't get me wrong. He's not, like, one of the best people to have with you. I should have brought the nuke with me. Crap. That sucks. But yeah, like I said, I don't know why people don't like Jacob. Once you get barrier, and you can, you can do this mission really early, and it's really it's kind of short. It's not that long, so you can just go do this mission maybe and get the barrier. If you get barrier on him early game, he's actually kind of good because he's pretty tanky.
Run a scan of the ship. I detect no light.
All right, let's go ahead and put on Inferno ammo, and also put that on Jacob as well.
Still inside.
There it is, mostly intact. Could have survived impact, but it's been years.
All right, so. Now there's a lot of these, especially if you go in there, but there's just way too many of these personal logs for me to put in the video.
Repeat. Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically.
Well, okay, my bad. All right, let's talk to
From the
this
look of it,
guy,
This beacon's been here a
or
while.
this
Why would they
VI.
wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that...
Alright, so that's pretty interesting stuff. This mission is actually kind of interesting.
From the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Oh, calm down, crazy man. Calm the fuck down. Alright, so let's go ahead and shoot these fools up. Oh man, Jacob is taking some serious damage, that is for sure. And I am getting annihilated right now, so let's knock this guy right off the cliff. Ha ha ha. Should be some more back here. Dafu.
There we go! That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
You said it, Jacob. Yeah, something is very wrong. Yeah, I like this mission. I think it's one of my favorite loyalty missions, because it is, especially the first time you play this mission, it's really weird.
Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Alright. Whoa, what the hell was that? It looked like Jacob was getting shot there. Might need to check that out
Really
later.
docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening. What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Yeah, man, these people definitely have some issues, that's for sure. Alright, there's some money in this area, and I just pretty much showed you. Oh, God.
Weapons are forbidden.
I never even noticed that dialogue before. Your captain demands obedience.
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
It's looking like he only activated the beacon because the men have come back ready to fight.
He let this happen, and now it's biting him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
Alright, so Jacob is pissed off, but alright, so we have to bypass this thing, and then we can start moving on to the next area. And I think at that point we actually get to talk to his daddy. You know, I actually might do this mission the Renegade way. I got max good points, and I don't think it affects Mass Effect 3 in any way.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Alright, so we got some mechs in this area. Mechs can definitely be annoying, so... But charge is great. Whoa, that guy was flying.
Requesting assistance.
Excuse me.
Can't reach the target.
Oh god, I'm having that charge. Please charge. Thank you. Hate that damn charge thing in this game. Honestly, like, that's actually way worse than what it is in Mass Effect 3, to be quite honest.
I got it.
Alright, so we got more mechs coming. Yeah, it's way worse because in this game, if you don't... It just... you can sit there and press it forever. Now, that's the only upgrade in the mission is that heavy pistol damage. That's probably one reason why it's not too crucial to do this mission early, because the upgrade isn't really that fantastic. But yeah, no, this charge shit it can screw you. That's for sure in this game. Because you're just standing still looking at the enemy like, come on, charge, charge, and then boom, you're dead.
Worst casualty.
I mean, that is definitely not good. If that happens to you. It gets you killed quite a bit. Alright, so there's some power cells here. And probably should use my heavy weapon for this part.
Target down.
There's quite a few enemies.
This thing is not my father.
I mean, it's a... And there's a heavy mech here as well, so keep that in mind. I don't even know if I can hit that guy. Where the hell is the heavy mech at? Oh, Jacob's dead. Sorry, now you'll never be able to reunite with your daddy. Where the fuck is the heavy mech at? Oh, there it is.
Excuse me.
Come on, Miranda. Hit it with an overload.
Here goes.
I probably won't be using the arc projectile anymore, so I could probably just use up the rest of the ammo. Because I'll probably just start using the nuke from this point on, whenever I can remember to finally switch it out. Oh my god.
Target locked.
Missing with this thing like crazy. Come on, you bastard. Alright, now you are super dead. I really want to blow this guy's head off. I love doing that. It's so fucking awesome. Didn't work. I guess you can only do it with a sniper. I mean, I don't really know, but if you guys don't know, if you blow up those big mechs' heads, they become like nukes. It's fucking awesome. Like, and if you can pull it off, like in a group of enemies, you'll kill everything. It's amazing. Alright, so I'm gonna probably do this the Renegade way, because I personally think it's cooler. It's a cooler scene if you do it that way. I think it's like 10 times better, to be quite honest.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hope to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the droolers. That was before the hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation. But you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right he doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
I'm pretty sure we can spare the ammo.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not taking the shot. My father owned his mistakes. He was a different man. A good man.
Half-charged. You've seen the crazy ones. This won't stop them.
It's not for them, Dad.
Alliance ships are inbound to pick up survivors, Commander. We can be long gone by the time they get here.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard-ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did. But I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
Was this supposed to be a favor? Or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
Alrighty, guys. So, that is Jacob's loyalty mission. Pretty freaking epic. Especially at the end. Like I said, the Renegade way is way cooler. If you do it the good way, it's like,
Commander, you've
I don't know, it's
received a
kind of
new message
lame.
at your private terminal.
It's like, they arrest him and he goes to trial or something, he gets arrested, I don't know. He gets brought to justice, that's the best way to put it. But, I personally think it's way better to give him his own justice. It's just cooler. The only thing I don't like is how your line is, I shoot him. Like, that's a dumb line to say. And especially when he, like, Shepard just says, we have the ammo to spare. Yeah, that's one thing that always bothers me in this game a little bit. It always did, ever since Mass Effect 1. So you get all these options to say, and then sometimes, like, the thing that they have there, Shepard says nothing even remotely kind of close to what you say. So, I mean, I don't know. Alright, so let's actually, I got some time to kill. I'm pretty deep in this episode, but we can at least talk to Thing and maybe maybe Grunt. Alright, so let's talk to Thing. What up, homie?
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica. That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
So how did she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles, not fear, indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the shadow broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Thane, the worst thing is to face death with regrets. You're part of my crew, and I consider you a friend. If there's anything I can help you with, just ask.
I've never been part of a team. Assassins tend to be solitary. I'm learning the virtues of facing death with others at your side. It's a work in progress.
One awesome guy right there. Alright. So we can go talk to, in the next episode I'll probably talk to Morden, but not in this one. We'll go talk to Grunt real quick, and then after that I will end this episode. So, let's see what he has to say. Probably just something about Krogan Rage, hate Turians and Solarians. More than likely that's what he's going to talk about. That's what I just am guessing at this point.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How you doing?
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Grant would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info was floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
Something must move you. You're as genetically Krogan as you can get.
I see suffering, the dead, and I think weak. I'm supposed to be strong. My guts were grown from thousands more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Alright, so I was actually wrong. He didn't say anything. Well, he kind of talked a little bit. And he always brings up Turians and Solarians. I mean, he's a Krogan, what do you expect? But anyway, like I said, I'm going to end it here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please give me a like. Please give me a favorite. And I will see you guys next time.